Welcome, deep divers. Today we're embarking on a journey that promises to be both incredibly rich and, well, surprisingly varied.
Definitely.
We're diving headfirst into a world where, a simple dessert transforms into this canvas for endless creativity.
hmm
This deep dive isn't just about, collecting recipes. It's really about understanding the art and the science behind what makes a brownie truly exceptional.
Yeah, what makes it tick?
Exactly. We're going to explore what elevates, a simple square of chocolate into a masterpiece and how bakers have just constantly reinvented this beloved classic.
It's pretty fascinating, actually, when you consider the sheer ingenuity involved in all these variations.
It really is.
We're not just looking at, a list of ingredients and steps, but it's almost like a masterclass in culinary creativity.
Right.
Thoughtful ingredient substitution, unexpected flavor pairings. Think of it as kind of extracting the very essence of what makes a brownie work, and then, well, pushing those boundaries.
Pushing the limits.
Yeah. We'll uncover how specific types of chocolate interact, the subtle art of incorporating elements like coffee, fruits, nuts, even unique textural components.
Okay.
So get ready for an exploration that I think promises some surprising insights into how seemingly small choices can lead to vastly different, yet equally delightful outcomes. It's kind of a shortcut, really, to being truly well-informed about the world of brownies.
I love it. A brownie masterclass. Okay, so let's begin our exploration with some truly robust chocolate foundations. Some of these are enhanced with the subtle or sometimes pretty bold power of coffee.
The classics.
Exactly. First on our list are the double chocolate mocha brownies. Now, for many, mocha just means, chocolate and coffee.
Right.
But there seems to be a deeper secret at play here. This isn't just a classic brownie. It's one where coffee is integrated not just for flavor, but for this, profound depth that amplifies the chocolate.
That's the key word, amplification.
Yeah. So beyond the standard butter, sugar, flour, this recipe features 5 ounces of unsweetened chocolate and a crucial tablespoon of instant espresso powder.
You've absolutely hit on the key insight there. That espresso powder isn't simply adding a coffee flavor. It's a chocolate intensifier.
Okay.
Its subtle bitterness and aromatics actually kind of unlock these dormant flavor compounds within the chocolate itself.
Wow.
So it makes it taste more intensely rich and complex without the brownie necessarily tasting like, a full-on coffee dessert. It's a pretty common technique, actually, for deepening the chocolate profile in everything from mousses to cakes.
That makes sense.
And in terms of technique, the method here really emphasizes melting the butter and unsweetened chocolate in a bain-marie.
Right, the double boiler method.
Exactly. That gentle, indirect heat is vital because, well, it prevents the chocolate from seizing or scorching.
Which is the worst.
Oh, it ruins everything.
Yeah.
It can lead to a grainy, really inferior texture in the finished brownie. So that precision ensures you get this velvety, smooth base that
Yeah.
truly showcases that amplified chocolate flavor.
That's a brilliant insight. Chocolate amplification.
Oh.
Okay, so moving from that clever enhancement, let's pivot to something that brings a completely different kind of listen, eyes, the double chocolate cherry brownies.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, this is a wonderfully aromatic variation that introduces, well, an intriguing tartness and a sophisticated warmth. Here, we're swapping out the coffee for half a teaspoon of almond extract and a full teaspoon of McCormick ground cinnamon,
Okay.
plus a generous cup of chopped dried Bing cherries.
Indeed. Yeah,
Yeah.
this recipe beautifully demonstrates how a brownie can just pivot from that coffee enhancement to a fruit and spice pairing.
Yeah.
It really showcases incredible versatility.
Right.
The choice of dried Bing cherries specifically offers this concentrated tartness that cuts through the richness of the chocolate. While the almond extract and cinnamon weave in this warm, almost sophisticated aromatic profile, it's a flavor combination that's, both comforting and a little unexpected.
Yeah, definitely not your everyday brownie.
No. And the technique is also quite traditional here. Melting chocolate and butter gently, then gradually incorporating eggs, the yolk, flavorings, before folding in the fruit and chocolate chips.
Right, the standard careful mixing.
That careful step-by-step mixing is really essential for achieving a uniform texture, making sure those bursts of cherry and spice are evenly distributed throughout that fudgy base.
Makes sense. Okay, so from the aromatic complexity of cherry and almond, let's explore a more straightforward classic that really highlights textural contrast. The double chocolate almond brownies.
Oh, right.
This recipe keeps things pretty clean, focusing on the simple yet kind of profound addition of a third of a cup of sliced and toasted almonds.
And the toasted part is key there.
It seems so.
Yeah, the real insight here is how such a seemingly small choice toasting the almonds can profoundly elevate a simple recipe.
Pass.
Well, toasting nuts deepens their flavor profile. It transforms them from just, crunchy additions to these aromatic, nutty powerhouses.
Right, brings out the oils.
Exactly. It brings out their essential oils, creating a more complex, almost smoky note that truly complements the chocolate. And the technique, again, uses a bain-marie for melting the chocolate and butter, which just speaks to the foundational importance of gentle heat for a smooth, homogeneous brownie base.
Consistency is key.
It ensures that the texture of the brownie remains consistent, allowing the crunch of those perfectly toasted almonds to stand out as this delightful contrast against the fudgy interior.
Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern with the bain-marie. Important stuff. Now, for those who prefer maybe a bolder, perhaps more adult-oriented brownie, we have the Espresso Kahlua brownies. This one definitely promises a kick, combining rich coffee notes with a delightful liqueur. Beyond the standard brownie elements, we're talking 3 tablespoons of instant espresso coffee powder and 2 tablespoons of Kahlua. And as a final flourish, a garnish of espresso coffee beans.
Okay, this is a fantastic example of leveraging alcohol not just for flavor, but also for its unique chemical properties in baking.
Oh, interesting. How does that work?
Well, the Kahlua does more than just impart that lovely coffee liqueur taste.
Yeah.
Alcohol, especially in higher concentrations, acts as a tenderizer. It actually interferes with gluten formation.
Really?
Yeah, meaning you get a more delicate, less chewy crumb. It also contributes to overall moistness and can even sort of extend shelf life.
Wow.
It's this chemical interplay that goes beyond just taste. And the espresso powder, like we talked about, amplifies the chocolate.
Right.
So you get this double punch of flavor enhancement and textural improvement. And the presentation with the espresso beans is a great touch. It really signals the sophisticated flavor profile within. It's truly a brownie designed for a discerning palate.
Absolutely. Okay, now we're really venturing beyond the purely traditional. We're delving into some truly inventive additions and unique textures that might challenge our assumptions about what a brownie can be.
All right, let's get weird.
Let's. Our first example is wonderfully daring. Fruitcake brownies.
Fruitcake.
Rob.
Brownies. Okay.
Yeah. It sounds like a surprising fusion, blending the richness of brownies with the, well, intricate complexity of a fruitcake. The sheer list of dried fruits here is impressive. Chopped walnuts, dried apricots, dried figs, stone dates, and dried currants or sour cherries.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is.
Right.
And all of this is crowned with a rich cream cheese topping.
Okay, what's fascinating here is how this recipe really showcases a transformative approach to classics. It's an exercise in creative fusion, right? Blending 2 very distinct dessert traditions. The generous variety of dried fruits, each contributing its own unique flavor and chewiness, along with the walnuts, means every bite probably offers a different textural and aromatic experience.
Like a flavor adventure in each bite.
Exactly. This creates a depth and complexity far beyond a standard brownie. The technique involves carefully folding in all those fruits and nuts into a chocolate batter made from both semi-sweet and unsweetened chocolate.
Careful folding, I bet.
Yeah, that ensures an even distribution, so you're not just getting a chocolate brownie with fruit, but a true integration. It makes it a genuinely unique dessert experience. And the cooling and chilling steps are probably particularly crucial here to allow all those diverse flavors to meld and for that rich cream cheese topping to set beautifully.
That's a brilliant way to merge 2 traditions. Okay, next, let's explore a refreshing take on fudgy brownies. Fudge mint brownies.
Ah, classic combo.
Right. This one promises a cool minty kick within a deeply rich base. Beyond the standard ingredients, we're looking at 1.5 cups of mint chocolate chips and a very specific preparation method involving boiling sugar and butter.
Okay, this recipe employs a particularly clever technique right at the start. Boiling the sugar and butter together creates this syrup that, when you combine it with the mint chips and vanilla off the heat, contributes directly to a uniquely dense, almost candy-like fudgy consistency.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just melting.
No, it's not just melting ingredients, it's actually altering their crystalline structure to achieve a superior fudginess.
Wow.
The mint chocolate chips ensure that the cool mint flavor is interwoven throughout the brownie, rather than just being, an afterthought or a topping.
Right, integrated.
Yeah. The gradual incorporation of eggs and dry ingredients into this rich base followed by careful mixing, ensures that characteristic dense, moist interior that defines a truly great fudge mint brownie. And the chilling afterward is vital, as it allows that fudgy texture to fully set, making it perfectly sliceable and intensely flavorful.
Makes sense. That boiling technique is really interesting. Okay, from the cool blast of mint, we transition to the earthy warmth of nuts with the fudgy hazelnut brownies.
Hazelnuts.
These are rich and nutty, but what really elevates them is a beautiful white chocolate decorative topping. So we have 2.5 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips in the brownie itself, plus toasted hazelnuts, and then 3 ounces of chopped Lindt white chocolate for that visual flourish.
This recipe really highlights the dual role of chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Both as a foundational flavor and as an artistic element.
Yeah.
The coarsely chopped toasted hazelnuts aren't just for texture. Toasting them deepens their nutty aroma, creating a more sophisticated counterpoint to the rich chocolate base.
Right, like the almonds earlier.
Exactly. But what truly sets this brownie apart is that deliberate design with the Lindt white chocolate. Melting it separately and then piping it onto the brownie allows for this elegant, striking visual contrast.
Very fancy.
It totally transforms a delicious brownie into a dessert showpiece.
Uh-huh.
It demonstrates how presentation can be as much a part of the deep dive as the flavor itself. And the choice of Lindt suggests, a high-quality white chocolate, which will melt smoothly and pipe beautifully.
Good point. Okay, now a pairing that I think always delights. Fudgy peanut brownies.
Can't go wrong there.
Right. This recipe brings together the classic combination of chocolate and peanut butter with a subtle hint of coffee for extra depth. Here we're talking about 1.25 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 3 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, plus 10 ounces of peanut butter chips.
Wow, 10 ounces.
Yeah. And importantly, 1/2 cup of chopped salted nuts.
Salted nuts, okay. The genius of this recipe really lies in the thoughtful layering of flavors and textures. The instant coffee granules, like we discussed earlier, subtly amplify the chocolate without making it taste overtly like coffee.
Right, the intensifier.
Exactly. The introduction of chopped salted nuts is a really strategic move. The saltiness provides this brilliant counterpoint to the inherent sweetness of both the chocolate and the peanut butter.
Cuts through the richness.
Precisely. It creates a more balanced and complex flavor profile that keeps you coming back for more. And those peanut butter chips melt into these luscious pockets of creamy peanut butter goodness throughout the brownie, rather than just being, a swirl or a topping. It's a masterclass in combining contrasting elements for maximum impact.
Sounds incredible. Okay, to round out this section on inventive additions, we arrive at the incredibly decadent fudgy toffee brownies.
Ooh, toffee.
These are rich, studded with English toffee, and crowned with a luscious ganache. This sounds like indulgence on multiple levels. The recipe calls for 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 5 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, 1.25 cups of English toffee bits,
Why?
and then 3/4 of a cup of coarsely chopped toasted whole almonds.
So this raises an important question, right? How does that precise layering of chocolate, both in the brownie and the ganache, combined with the toffee bits, create this truly multi-dimensional flavor and texture profile?
Yeah, how does it all work together?
Well, you have 2 types of chocolate forming the fudgy base, which is then studded with those buttery, crunchy English toffee bits. Then there's a crucial step mentioned, gently pressing down the top of the partially baked brownie to create a level surface.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that.
It's an often overlooked detail, but it ensures a beautiful, even canvas for the ganache. Then, a rich ganache made from simmering whipping cream and more chocolate is poured over the warm brownie, allowing it to kind of meld. Finally, it's garnished with more toffee bits and almonds. It's really a symphony of sweet, rich, crunchy, and creamy textures, all engineered for maximum impact.
That sounds absolutely amazing. Okay, section 3. We're moving into some truly fascinating variations now, starting with the iconic German chocolate flavors and then an unexpected ginger twist.
Okay, interesting shift.
Let's begin with German chocolate brownies, version 1. This offers a wonderfully simplified approach by leveraging a brownie mix base, but it's enhanced in a way that truly captures those classic German chocolate flavors. It ingeniously calls for 1 package of fudge brownie mix.
Okay, a mix base.
But then adds a cup of sour cream and an entire can of coconut pecan frosting into the batter.
Whoa, the whole can. In the
That's right,
batter.
Yeah.
Okay, this version is a prime example of culinary innovation through smart shortcuts. The insight here is how a commercial mix can be transformed to a gourmet experience with strategic additions.
Right.
The sour cream dramatically boosts the moisture content and tenderness of the brownie, giving it a much richer, almost cake-like crumb that's definitely superior to a basic boxed brownie.
Yeah, sour cream does that.
And by incorporating a full can of coconut pecan frosting directly into the batter, you're infusing those signature German chocolate flavors. The toasted coconut, the buttery pecans, the caramel notes, throughout the brownie itself rather than just having it sit on top.
So it's everywhere.
Exactly. It's an exercise in maximizing flavor and texture with minimal effort, proving that, convenience doesn't always mean compromise.
That's a fantastic way to elevate a mix. Now, let's look at German chocolate brownies version 2. This is a more scratch-made rendition featuring a distinct coconut cream topping that uniquely bubbles during baking.
Ooh, bubbles.
Yeah. Here, the brownie base is made from scratch with unsweetened chocolate, and the topping is a blend of butter, light cream, brown sugar, and flaked coconut.
Okay, so this version offers a really fascinating contrast to the first one. It demonstrates the distinction between a shortcut method and a more deliberate scratch-made approach.
Right.
The real insight here lies in the preparation of that topping and its specific interaction with heat. The topping, this rich blend of butter, brown sugar, coconut, and cream, is applied after the brownie base has partially baked.
Okay.
The instruction to place it back in the oven, just enough for the topping to form bubbles, is actually crucial.
Why is that?
This controlled heating process causes the sugars to caramelize and the coconut to toast slightly, creating this distinctive, almost brulee texture and an intensified flavor that is really a hallmark of truly exceptional German chocolate cake.
Ah, like the cake topping.
Exactly. It's a subtle but powerful technique for achieving depth of flavor and texture that really sets it apart from just spreading frosting on top.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, shifting gears completely now, let's explore the exotic and spicy twist of ginger macadamia brownies.
Ginger and macadamia. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Right. This recipe cleverly combines the warm bite of crystallized ginger with the creamy richness of macadamia nuts. Alongside the chocolate, we have 1 cup of chopped macadamia nuts and a 1/4 cup of minced crystallized ginger, and a crucial instruction to let it stand overnight.
The waiting game. This brownie is a wonderful example of an unexpected yet perfectly harmonious flavor pairing. Crystallized ginger provides that fantastic, spicy, sweet chewiness.
Love that stuff.
Yeah, it's great. While the macadamia nuts offer a rich, buttery, and slightly earthy crunch, the combination is wonderfully balanced, a true gourmet experience.
Sounds like it.
However, the most profound insight here is that instruction to let the brownie stand overnight. This isn't just for cooling, it's a deliberate technique.
For flavor melting.
Exactly. To allow the complex notes of ginger, macadamia, and chocolate to fully meld and deepen. Over time, the moisture and essential oils within the brownie redistribute, softening the crumb and intensifying the flavors. You end up with a far more integrated and luxurious taste experience the next day. It's really a testament to the power of patience in baking.
Patience pays off in flavor. Got it. Okay, section 4. Now we're broadening our scope, venturing into brownies that play with entirely different sugar profiles and those that get a delightful, sophisticated, boozy kick.
Fun.
Let's start with golden brown sugar brownies. These are what many affectionately call blonde brownies or blondies.
Like blondies.
And they deliberately lean away from dark chocolate intensity, instead embracing the rich caramel notes of brown sugar. The recipe highlights the use of 3/4 of a cup each of brown and refined sugar and 2 cups of chocolate chips or flakes.
What's truly fascinating here is that deliberate shift in the flavor paradigm. This recipe showcases how the absence of dominant dark chocolate can open up an entirely new flavor landscape.
Right, it's not just missing chocolate.
Not at all. Golden brown sugar, with its molasses content, provides this distinct, caramel-like, almost butterscotch flavor profile that's inherently different from cocoa. It also contributes to a chewier, moister texture, which is a hallmark of a great blondie.
That chewy texture is key.
It is. So this isn't just a chocolate brownie without chocolate. It's a celebration of these warm, golden, buttery notes. The dual use of both brown and refined sugar allows for a balance of chewiness and tenderness, creating a comforting treat that offers a completely distinct brownie experience.
Makes sense. Okay, ready for a party in a pan?
Always.
Next up is the Kahlua mudslide brownie, a truly decadent and boozy brownie directly inspired by the popular cocktail.
Oh.
This isn't just flavored with liqueur, it features a powerful trio. Kahlua, Irish cream, and vodka.
Wow, okay.
All three. Beyond the usual brownie ingredients, we have 3 tablespoons of Kahlua, 2 tablespoons of Irish cream liqueur, 1 tablespoon of vodka, and for the glaze, an additional 4 tablespoons of Kahlua.
Okay, this recipe is like a masterclass in layering complex flavors and leveraging the chemical properties of alcohol, as we touched on before.
Right.
The key insight is how the careful balance of not just one, but 3 distinct liqueurs works synergistically. Kahlua brings the rich coffee notes. Irish cream adds that milky, creamy depth.
Yep.
And vodka, while it's subtle in flavor, acts as a solvent and a tenderizer.
Ah, the tenderizer effect again.
Exactly. As we discussed, alcohol interferes with gluten development, leading to a more delicate, less chewy crumb, and enhances overall moistness and even shelf life. This creates an incredibly luxurious and multifaceted flavor profile that really mimics the cocktail's complexity within a baked good.
Amazing.
And that simple Kahlua glaze then provides a final aromatic flourish, reinforcing the whole theme. It's impressive.
It really sounds like a party. Okay, section 5. In this segment, we're looking at options for those who might be seeking a lighter alternative as well as a comforting, nostalgic classic.
And balance.
Let's start with the low-fat brownies. This is a clever, lighter version of the classic, specifically designed to achieve richness and a good texture without all the traditional fat. It uses only 7 tablespoons of butter.
Okay, pretty low.
But crucially, 5 large egg whites and 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder.
Okay, so this raises that important question again. How do bakers adapt classic recipes for dietary needs while retaining the desired taste and texture? It's tricky.
Definitely.
The profound insight here lies in how this recipe manipulates the fat and egg ratios. By significantly reducing butter and strategically increasing egg whites, the recipe provides structure and moisture without the excess cholesterol or saturated fat from yolks.
Right.
The cocoa powder is used generously to ensure a deep chocolate flavor despite the lower fat content, because cocoa itself does contain some fat and a lot of flavor. But here's the kicker. The 24-hour refrigeration after baking is not just for setting. It seems vital for low-fat brownies. This extended chill allows the brownie to firm up and the reduced fat content to solidify, creating a denser, fudgier texture that often proves really challenging to achieve in low-fat baking. It's a testament to smart culinary engineering for dietary requirements.
Fascinating. That refrigeration step seems key. Okay, now for pure comfort and a delightful trip down memory lane, we turn to marshmallow brownies.
Ah, yes.
This is a playful brownie featuring a gooey melted marshmallow layer and a rich chocolate glaze. Beyond the standard brownie components, this recipe includes a whopping 16 ounces of miniature marshmallows and a multi-component glaze.
The marshmallow brownies are just a celebration of both flavor and textural interplay, aren't they?
Totally.
The deep insight here, I think, is the double-bake technique for the marshmallows. Instead of just mixing them into the batter, they're poured onto the partially baked brownie and then returned to the oven for just a short additional bake.
Right, so they don't just dissolve.
Exactly. This allows the marshmallows to melt and puff, creating that distinctively gooey, slightly toasted, cloud-like layer without overbaking the brownie underneath. It's about creating separate, yet harmonious textural zones.
Textural zones, I like that.
And the rich, separate chocolate glaze then adds another dimension of sweetness and a contrasting smooth finish. This whole orchestration of elements successfully captures that cherished, nostalgic profile in a wonderfully indulgent way.
Sounds absolutely perfect. Okay, section 6. Now we're diving into some vibrant, often spicy, Mexican-inspired brownies alongside recipes that truly refine the classic mocha profile.
Intriguing. Mexican brownies.
Let's start with Mexican almond chocolate brownies. This is a sophisticated brownie that promises a hint of spice and a lovely nutty texture. A key insight here seems to be the specific inclusion of half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon alongside 3 ounces of bittersweet chocolate and 2 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, plus blanched toasted almonds.
What's truly fascinating here is the power of a subtle spice to completely transform a flavor profile. Cinnamon, while it's a common baking spice, acts this bridge here. It subtly transforms a standard chocolate brownie into something distinctly Mexican by imparting warmth and a delicate earthiness that harmonizes beautifully with chocolate.
It's amazing how just a pinch can do that.
It really is. And the blanched and toasted almonds are also key. Grinding them finely with the sugar allows their nutty essence to be fully integrated into the batter rather than just providing discrete chunks.
Ah, so it's infused throughout.
Exactly. This technique creates a unified, sophisticated flavor where the spice and nuttiness are perfectly interwoven. It showcases the brilliance of thoughtful spice pairing.
Very cool. Okay, sticking with that Mexican theme, we have Mexican brownies, another take on the concept, this time featuring milk chocolate flakes and a caramel-like topping. The recipe prominently features 1¼ cups of golden brown sugar in the brownie, a full tablespoon of cinnamon.
Whole tablespoon.
Ew. And then a topping also made with golden brown sugar, cream, and butter.
Okay, so this recipe further exemplifies that Mexican profile through its consistent and deliberate ingredient choices. The consistent use of golden brown sugar, with its rich, molassesy caramel notes in both the brownie and the topping, along with the generous amount of cinnamon, truly defines this specific Mexican character.
Right.
The deeper insight, I think, lies in how the topping is prepared. Heating brown sugar, butter, and cream to a boil, then whisking it until thick, creates this luscious, almost dulce de leche-like caramel.
Sounds amazing.
This isn't just a simple drizzle. It's a cooked caramel that adds profound depth, chewiness, and an intense, rich sweetness that perfectly complements the spiced chocolate brownie. It's a multi-layered approach to creating a specific cultural flavor experience within a brownie.
That sounds incredible. Now, a return to a comforting classic, but with a refined touch, mocha brownies. This recipe stands out with its use of both bittersweet or unsweetened chocolate and, uniquely, a 1/4 cup of sour cream for an exceptionally rich, moist texture.
Sour cream again.
Plus, it features a full teaspoon of instant espresso coffee powder.
So this raises that important question again. How does the acidity and fat in sour cream specifically contribute to the moistness and richness of baked goods, making these mocha brownies exceptionally fudgy?
Right. What's the science?
Well, sour cream's acidity helps tenderize the gluten, resulting in a softer, more delicate crumb. Simultaneously, its fat content adds a luxurious richness and mouthfeel that really distinguishes these brownies.
Best of both worlds.
Exactly. And the espresso powder, again, is that intentional amplifier for the chocolate. So you have this interplay of the deep amplified chocolate, the subtle coffee aroma, and the profound textural improvement from the sour cream. That meticulous preparation with melting the butter and chocolate, then whisking eggs and sugar, and gently folding in the sour cream ensures a perfectly homogeneous batter that leverages these ingredients to their fullest potential.
It sounds like a very well-engineered brownie.
It really does.
Okay, section 7. In this section, we're looking at brownies that cater to specific dietary needs like cholesterol-free and Passover-friendly options, along with a truly innovative orange cheesecake swirl.
Lots of variety here.
Let's start with no cholesterol brownies. This recipe offers a cholesterol-conscious alternative by utilizing 4 well-beaten egg whites and 3/4 of a cup of canola oil instead of traditional butter and whole eggs.
Okay, so this again raises that important question: how bakers adapt classic recipes to dietary needs while successfully retaining the desired taste and texture. It's a real challenge.
Yeah.
The profound insight here is the strategic substitution. Egg whites provide crucial structure and moisture without cholesterol from the yolks, and canola oil is used as a heart-healthy fat source.
Right.
However, achieving that classic sudgy texture without the binding and mouthfeel of egg yolks and butter can be tricky. This recipe accounts for it with that critical, often overlooked step we saw before: refrigerating the brownies for a full 24 hours after baking.
The 24-hour chill again.
Yep. This extended chill allows the brownie to firm up, the textures to fully develop, resulting in a denser, fudgier consistency that mimics a traditional brownie despite the healthier ingredient profile. It's really a testament to innovative baking for specific dietary requirements.
Very smart. Okay, next we have a wonderfully vibrant and visually appealing treat: orange cheesecake brownies.
Ooh, orange and chocolate.
Right. This is a marbled brownie that combines rich chocolate with a tangy, citrusy cheesecake layer. The recipe calls for a separate cheesecake mix featuring cream cheese, sugar, and notably 3/4 of a teaspoon of finely grated fresh orange peel or zest.
What's truly fascinating here is the deliberate creation of both a beautiful aesthetic and a delightful flavor contrast through marbling. The real insight lies in that bright, fresh orange zest in the cheesecake layer.
The zest makes all the difference.
It really does.
Yeah.
Citrus zest contains these volatile oils that provide an intense aromatic punch. It offers this vibrant, tangy counterpoint that cuts through the richness of both the chocolate brownie and the cream cheese. It's a brilliant way to add a refreshing lift to an otherwise decadent dessert. And the technique of twirling a thin rod through the two batters creates that iconic marbled design, ensuring that every slice offers both a visual treat and a harmonious blend of rich chocolate and zesty creamy cheesecake.
Beautiful and delicious. Now, for those observing specific traditions, we have Passover brownies. This is a recipe specifically designed to be kosher for Passover, using 1¼ cups of matzo cake meal.
Ah, okay. Interesting substitution.
Beyond this, it uses 5 fresh eggs, canola oil, and unsweetened powdered cocoa.
So this raises that important question about the ingenuity required to adapt recipes for specific cultural or dietary observances while maintaining a beloved food's essence. During Passover, as you know, leavened grains are avoided, making matzo cake meal an essential and innovative substitute for traditional flour. The profound insight here is how matzo cake meal, which is basically finely ground, unleavened bread, interacts with the other ingredients.
How does it work? Does it taste different?
Well, it behaves differently from wheat flour, certainly, but when it's combined with ample eggs, oil, and cocoa, it yields a surprisingly moist, dense, and satisfying brownie. It's a brilliant example of culinary creativity within constraints, showcasing how a deep understanding of ingredients can overcome significant challenges to create a delicious and observant treat.
That's really impressive. Okay, section 8, peanut butter powerhouses.
Yes, bring on the peanut butter.
Now we're dedicating this section to the beloved combination of chocolate and peanut butter, showcasing 2 different approaches to swirling and layering these complementary flavors. First up, peanut butter and chocolate brownies. This is a true layered and swirled masterpiece, creating distinct chocolate and peanut butter batters that come together beautifully. Here, we actually make 2 separate batters.
2 whole batters, okay.
A full chocolate brownie batter and a dedicated peanut butter batter.
All right, the real insight here is the intentional separation of flavors into 2 distinct batters before combining them. This isn't just a simple swirl. It's a deliberate layering and marbling that ensures you get unmistakable, robust chocolate and vibrant peanut butter flavors in every bite, rather than, a muted blend.
Distinct layers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The chocolate batter, rich with cocoa powder and peanut butter chips, forms one powerful base. The peanut butter batter, made with a generous amount of peanut butter flour and eggs, maintains its own identity and creaminess.
Right.
The careful process of layering half the chocolate, then spreading the peanut butter batter, and finally adding the remaining chocolate, followed by marbling, creates this visual and gustatory dance. This approach maximizes the impact of both star ingredients. It's a powerful testament to flavor layering.
Sounds like the ultimate peanut butter cup brownie. Okay, our second peanut butter masterpiece is peanut butter swirled chocolate brownies. This is another swirled creation, but this time it incorporates cream cheese into the peanut butter layer for extra creaminess and a subtle tang.
Ooh, cream cheese with the peanut butter. Interesting.
Yeah, so the swirl isn't just peanut butter, it's a blend of smooth homemade peanut butter, softened cream cheese, golden brown sugar, an egg, vanilla, and cornstarch.
What's truly fascinating here is how the addition of cream cheese and cornstarch to that peanut butter swirl creates a distinct, rich, and creamy texture that really sets it apart.
How so?
The cream cheese adds this beautiful tang and a velvety mouthfeel, elevating the peanut butter into something almost cheesecake-like.
Wow.
The cornstarch acts as a stabilizer, preventing the swirl from breaking down or becoming too watery during baking, ensuring a clean, defined layer. Yeah, this thoughtful inclusion fundamentally changes the textural experience, providing a lush, creamy counterpoint to the fudgy chocolate brownie. The method of alternately scooping dollops of brownie and swirl batter, then marbling, ensures that delightful contrast in every bite. It showcases a really sophisticated approach to a classic pairing.
That sounds amazing. Cream cheese makes everything better, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, section 9. This section explores some truly unconventional yet delicious flavor pairings. We're talking refreshing peppermint, tropical pineapple, and seasonal pumpkin, all within the beloved brownie format.
Right, stepping outside the box again.
First up, peppermint brownies. These are a refreshing mint-infused brownie featuring Broken Andes mints for a delightful surprise. The recipe includes half a teaspoon of peppermint extract and half a cup of Broken Andes mint.
Okay, the insight here is the strategic dual delivery of mint flavor. The peppermint extract ensures a consistent minty note throughout the brownie base. But the true genius lies in the inclusion of the Broken Andes mints. As the brownies bake, these mints melt into these luscious, creamy pockets of cool, sweet mint chocolate.
Those little pockets.
Yeah. This creates delightful bursts of flavor and a pleasing textural contrast. A soft, melty surprise in every bite that makes this brownie far more dynamic than if you just used extract. It's a simple, yet highly effective way to integrate both a consistent flavor and a textural aha moment.
Love that. Okay, taking the peppermint idea a bold step further, we have peppermint patty brownies.
Whoa!
This is an indulgent brownie featuring whole York peppermint patties baked right into the layers. This recipe calls for a generous 24 1/12-inch York peppermint patties.
Okay, what's truly fascinating here is the sheer audacity and playful nature of baking entire peppermint patties into the brownie.
Right, it's intense.
This isn't about subtle infusion. It's about creating a clear, defined layer of cool, creamy, minty delight directly within the rich chocolate. The technique is crucial. A portion of the brownie batter forms the base, the whole patties are laid on top, and then the remaining batter is spread over them.
Encased in chocolate.
Exactly, ensuring the patties are perfectly encased. As they bake, they melt into this distinct, gooey, mint-filled layer that provides a powerful burst of flavor and a substantial textural contrast in every piece. It's a delightful, substantial surprise, transforming the brownie into almost a candy bar experience.
That sounds ridiculously good. Okay, now for something truly unexpected and tropical, pineapple brownies.
Pineapple in a brownie.
No, I know, this is a surprisingly moist and flavorful brownie, cleverly layering chocolate batter with a full cup of well-drained crushed pineapple. The recipe also includes half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon.
Okay, the pineapple brownies are a brilliant example of how contrasting flavors and textures can create a harmonious, unexpected whole. The deep insight here is the ingenuity of using well-drained, crushed pineapple.
Drainage is key, I bet.
Absolutely. Pineapple brings a distinct tropical sweetness and a lovely tangy moisture without making the brownie soggy, which is a common concern with fruit additions. The cinnamon, a warm spice, works unexpectedly well with the pineapple, kind of bridging its acidity with the richness of the chocolate.
Interesting pairing.
And the precise layering technique, chocolate base, then pineapple batter, then more chocolate, ensures that the pineapple gets its moment to shine, contributing its unique flavor and moisture without being overwhelmed by the chocolate. It creates a beautifully balanced and truly unique tropical brownie.
I'm actually really curious to try that one now. Okay, for a taste of the season, we have pumpkin chocolate brownies.
Ah, the fall classic.
This brownie is inspired by autumn, combining the warmth of pumpkin and a medley of classic spices with chocolate. Beyond the pumpkin, it features half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground Jamaica pepper, which is allspice,
Right, allspice.
and a quarter teaspoon of ground nutmeg.
So this raises that important question. How does that array of warm spices, traditionally paired with pumpkin, seamlessly integrate into a chocolate brownie, creating a comforting seasonal treat?
Yeah, how do they work together?
The profound insight here is the synergistic effect of the spice blend. Cinnamon provides warmth, allspice offers complex, slightly peppery notes, and nutmeg adds a delicate sweetness. These spices don't just sit alongside the pumpkin and chocolate, they interweave, enhancing both the earthiness of the pumpkin and the richness of the cocoa. The pumpkin itself contributes incredible moisture and tenderness to the brownie, resulting in a delightfully soft crumb. It's a perfect example of a seasonal flavor profile expertly adapted to a classic dessert.
Sounds delicious. Okay, section 10, quick fixes and raspberry revelations.
Oh, raspberries.
In this section, we're balancing efficiency with elegance, from quick recipes to a series of sophisticated raspberry-infused brownies. Let's start with quick brownies. This is a truly fast and easy recipe, absolutely ideal for a sudden craving when you need brownies and now W.
We've all been there.
Right. Its key ingredient for speed is 1 cup of hot chocolate drink mix.
Ah, the hot chocolate mix trick.
Huh?
The quick brownies recipe perfectly exemplifies how clever ingredient choices can significantly streamline the baking process without sacrificing flavor.
Right.
The profound insight here is the ingenious use of hot chocolate drink mix. This ingredient acts as a brilliant shortcut because it typically contains cocoa, sugar, and sometimes even powdered milk, simplifying multiple dry ingredient measurements into one.
Makes sense.
This drastically speeds up both preparation and flavor development, making it an ideal solution for those moments of instant gratification. It proves that culinary innovation can also mean finding smarter, faster ways to achieve satisfying results, maintaining the comforting essence of a brownie with remarkable efficiency.
Genius for emergencies. Okay, now for something a bit more sophisticated, raspberry cheesecake brownies.
Okay, back to elegance.
This is a truly elegant dessert, combining the richness of chocolate brownies with a tangy raspberry cheesecake topping. This recipe involves a full cheesecake mix made with cream cheese, lemon juice, and an impressive 1.5 cups of fresh or frozen raspberries.
What's truly fascinating here is the beautiful balance achieved by the tart raspberries and the fresh lemon juice. They expertly cut through the richness of both the chocolate brownie and the creamy cheesecake layer, creating this complex and refreshing profile.
That balance sounds key.
It really is. The deep insight lies in that interplay of flavors. The bright acidity of the lemon and the juicy tartness of the raspberries provide a necessary counterpoint to the decadent chocolate and rich cream cheese, preventing the dessert from becoming overly sweet or heavy. The layering, with the creamy cheesecake dolloped over the brownie batter and then garnished with raspberries, ensures that every bite delivers this delightful sweet tart tension. It culminates in a sophisticated and incredibly satisfying dessert. And the overnight chilling is also critical here, for the cheesecake to fully set and for the flavors to meld, creating that perfect, clean slice.
Patience required again. Keeping with the raspberry theme, we have Raspberry Delight brownies. This is a classic brownie with a simple yet incredibly effective layer of raspberry preserves and a light glaze. The key insight here is the integration of 1/3 of a cup of raspberry preserves applied directly onto the warm brownies.
Okay, this recipe for Raspberry Delight brownies showcases how sometimes the most straightforward additions, applied strategically, can be the most effective.
Simple can be best.
Exactly. The profound insight is that deliberate step of scooping raspberry preserves onto the warm brownies immediately after they come out of the oven. The residual heat causes the preserves to soften and melt ever so slightly.
Gets gooey.
Yeah, creating a luscious, naturally gooey fruit layer that melds seamlessly with the warm chocolate. This technique allows the bright, fruity notes of the raspberry to infuse into the brownie, providing a juicy, slightly tart counterpoint without being overly complex. It's a beautiful example of using temperature to enhance texture and flavor with minimal fuss.
Love that. For another sophisticated twist, let's explore raspberry hazelnut brownies.
Ooh, hazelnut and raspberry, nice.
This recipe layers sweet raspberry preserves with finely chopped toasted hazelnuts. We're talking about 1/3 of a cup of raspberry preserves and 1/2 cup of finely chopped toasted and peeled hazelnuts, plus 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract.
Okay, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the pairing of raspberry and hazelnut is classic for a reason, right?
Totally.
The nutty warmth perfectly complements the bright, tart fruit, creating a harmonious and elegant brownie. The profound insight here is the meticulous preparation of the hazelnuts. Toasting them intensifies their flavor, and peeling them removes any residual bitterness, ensuring a clean, rich, nutty profile.
Details matter.
They do. The almond extract subtly enhances that nutty flavor, adding another layer of aromatic complexity. The layering technique with half the chocolate batter, then preserves, then the remaining batter, ensures that the raspberry provides a distinct, juicy middle layer, beautifully framed by the chocolate and topped with those aromatic hazelnuts. It's a really elegant combination designed for, a discerning palate.
Sounds lovely. To round out our raspberry revelations, we have the intensely rich, truffle-like raspberry truffle brownies.
Truffle brownies.
These are infused with berry liqueur and raspberry preserves, promising an elevated indulgence. The key insight here is the inclusion of 3 tablespoons of Chambord, a luxurious berry liqueur.
Chambord. Okay, the raspberry truffle brownies truly embody a luxurious depth of flavor, living up to their name. The profound insight is the strategic use of Chambord.
What does it do?
This premium berry liqueur does more than just add a hint of berry flavor. It provides a deep, sophisticated fruitiness and a complex aroma that elevates the entire brownie experience. And as we discussed with other liqueurs, alcohol and baking also acts as a tenderizer.
Right, the texture.
Contributing to an incredibly moist, dense, and fudgy, almost truffle-like texture. This combination of rich, unsweetened chocolate, tart raspberry preserves, and the aromatic depth of Chambord creates a truly gourmet dessert, perfect for special occasions, especially when cut into elegant wedges and dusted with confectioner's sugar.
Sounds decadent. Okay, section 11, rich and rocky roads.
Getting serious now.
This segment is all about deep decadence. We're highlighting 2 intensely rich brownie variations, one focusing on pure fudge richness and another creating that classic, irresistible rocky road experience. Let's begin with rich fudge brownies. This is a simple yet intensely fudgy brownie, prioritizing richness and a dense texture over complexity. A key insight is the specific use of cake flour and 1/4 cup of canola oil.
What's truly fascinating here is how the specific ingredient choices and their proportions contribute significantly to that signature dense, fudgy texture, rather than a cake-like crumb. The profound insight lies in the use of cake flour.
Why cake flour specifically?
Cake flour has a lower protein content than all-purpose flour, which means less gluten development during mixing.
Ah,
This directly translates to a more tender, delicate crumb that is characteristic of truly fudgy brownies, as opposed to a chewier, cakier texture. Combined with the generous fat from both canola oil and melted unsweetened chocolate, it ensures supreme fudginess and an intensely chocolatey experience. It's a foundational recipe for chocolate purists, meticulously engineered for texture.
good to know. Now for a beloved classic that takes fudginess to another level with incredible toppings, Rocky Road brownies.
Yes, a favorite.
These are layered with marshmallows, walnuts, and extra chocolate. The recipe calls for 6 tablespoons of butter, 2 types of chocolate, unsweetened and bittersweet, 1 cup of mini marshmallows, and 1 cup of coarsely chopped walnuts.
Okay, this recipe truly demonstrates the art of textural contrast and strategic multi-stage layering. The profound insight is the ingenious method of partially baking the brownie base first.
Right, bake it halfway.
Exactly. You create a solid, fudgy foundation, then remove it from the oven. While that's happening, you create a dedicated topping mixture of marshmallows, walnuts, and additional bittersweet chocolate. This topping is then poured over the half-baked brownie and returned to the oven for a final short bake.
So the topping doesn't just sink or burn.
Precisely.
Yeah.
This two-stage baking process ensures that the marshmallows melt and toast to a golden perfection without completely disintegrating, and the walnuts maintain their crunch, while the base remains perfectly fudgy. It creates distinct layers: a dense brownie, a gooey marshmallow layer, and crunchy nuts and chocolate, delivering the ultimate Rocky Road experience with every bite.
That sounds perfect. Okay, section 12, spirited and sweet treats.
More booze and candy. Let's go.
This section continues our exploration of unique flavor additions, from rum-soaked fruits and anise-flavored liqueur to popular candy bar inclusions and even simple, elegant white chocolate chips. First up, the rum raisin chocolate brownies. This is a rich, boozy brownie featuring plump, rum-soaked raisins. The key insight here is the preliminary step of soaking 1 cup of raisins in a 1/4 cup of dark rum.
What's truly fascinating here is how the dark rum not only adds a distinct, warm, and sophisticated flavor, but also profoundly impacts the texture and flavor delivery of the raisins. The deep insight is that pre-soaking.
What does the soaking really do?
This process allows them to plump up, absorbing the rum and becoming incredibly juicy. This means they contribute essential moisture and a more intense, integrated fruitiness to the brownie, rather than being just dry, hard additions.
Ah, makes them part of the brownie.
Exactly. The rum also infuses the surrounding batter with subtle aromatic notes. It's a classic technique for infusing flavor and texture simultaneously, elevating the humble raisin to a star ingredient in a rich, moist, and subtly boozy brownie.
Nice. Okay, for something truly exotic and daring, we have Sambuca brownies.
Sambuca, wow, okay.
These brownies feature the distinct licorice-like flavor of anise liqueur topped with toasted nuts. This recipe prominently includes 4 tablespoons of Sambuca.
So this raises an important question.
Hmm.
How does such a distinctive flavor as anise, typically not associated with brownies, get harmoniously integrated?
Yeah, sounds like a clash.
Maybe. But the profound insight here is the bold and intentional pairing of Sambuca's strong licorice-like aromatic notes with rich chocolate. Anise, like coffee actually, can act as a flavor enhancer for chocolate, but it also brings its own unique, slightly pungent and sweet character. The toasted nuts on top provide a crucial grounding texture and earthy flavor that balances the assertive anise. This isn't a brownie for the faint of heart. It's a gourmet adventure, showcasing how stepping outside conventional flavor pairings can yield incredibly unique and memorable desserts. It's a truly sophisticated flavor profile.
Definitely sounds like one for the adventurous baker. Okay, for a fun, creative shortcut to a campfire classic, we've got s'mores brownies.
Ah, the s'mores hack.
This recipe brilliantly builds on a brownie mix base, making it incredibly easy to bring that beloved s'mores experience indoors. Its core innovation is using 1 package of Duncan Hines fudge brownie mix and then layering with mini marshmallows, chocolate flakes, and graham crackers.
So this raises that important question again. How commercial mixes can be a fantastic foundation for culinary creativity, transforming a simple mix into a fun-themed dessert.
Right.
The profound insight here is the sequential layering technique that mimics the campfire experience. You bake the brownie base first from the mix, which provides convenience. Then, while it's hot, you add mini marshmallows and chocolate flakes, returning it to the oven just long enough for them to melt into a gooey, irresistible layer.
The gooey layer.
Finally, graham crackers are gently pressed on top, adding that essential crunch and signature s'mores flavor. It's a brilliant three-component assembly that captures the essence of s'mores, fudgy, gooey, chocolatey, and crunchy, with remarkable ease and effectiveness.
Perfect for kids, or adults who are kids at heart.
Definitely.
For those who love a good candy bar, we present Snicker Bar Brownies. This is an incredibly indulgent brownie that incorporates a favorite candy bar right into its layers. The recipe ingeniously uses one package of German chocolate cake mix as its base, along with sweetened condensed milk, margarine, and a large bag of sliced Snickers bars.
Okay, the Snicker Bar Brownies are a fantastic example of using readily available ingredients to create a truly decadent dessert. It showcases culinary creativity through integration. The profound insight here is the multi-layered baking process designed to perfectly incorporate the candy bar. You partially bake a base layer of brownie made from the cake mix. Then you lay the sliced Snickers bars directly over this warm, partially set crust.
So they melt right in.
Exactly. This allows the caramel, nougat, and peanuts of the Snickers to gently melt and meld into the brownie without completely disappearing. Finally, the remaining batter is spread over to encase them, baking again. And chilling afterward is crucial for these rich layers to set, ensuring that when cut, each piece reveals a delightful, gooey, candy bar-filled center. It's pure genius for a candy bar enthusiast.
Oh my goodness, that sounds dangerously good. Finally, for this section, we have the elegant snowdrop brownies. These offer a delightful visual contrast, featuring dark chocolate brownies beautifully studded with white chocolate flakes. The recipe specifies half a cup of white chocolate flakes or chips within a dark cocoa-based brownie.
What's truly fascinating here is the deliberate emphasis on visual appeal as an integral part of the dessert experience. The snowdrop effect, created by the stark contrast of the creamy white chocolate flakes against the dark, rich brownie base, is both appealing to the eye and the palate. The profound insight lies in how this visual contrast also translates to textural and flavor contrasts. The sweet, milky white chocolate melts slightly, creating pockets of creamy indulgence that stand out against the deeper, slightly bitter notes of the dark cocoa brownie. It's a simple, yet highly effective way to elevate a classic brownie, proving that sometimes less is more when it comes to striking presentation and balanced flavor.
Beautiful. Okay, section 13, blondes, toffee, and triple chocolate.
A powerful trio.
This section highlights a truly diverse array of brownies, from the chewy delight of blonde brownies to intense toffee flavors and a truly decadent triple chocolate experience. Let's kick it off with the best blonde brownies. This is a classic blonde brownie, focusing on that rich brown sugar flavor, perfectly complemented by nuts and chocolate chips. Key ingredients are 1 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of chopped walnuts, and 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate flakes.
The best blonde brownies really celebrate the unique characteristics of brown sugar, which is the profound insight here. Brown sugar, with its molasses content, provides that deeper caramel-like flavor profile that's inherently different from cocoa.
Right, the blondie signature.
Exactly. Crucially, it also contributes to a chewier, moister texture, which is a hallmark of a great blondie. This isn't just a chocolate brownie without the chocolate. It's a deliberate choice to highlight these warm, golden, buttery notes. The addition of walnuts and chocolate flakes provides classic textural and flavor complements, creating a comforting, satisfying treat that beautifully showcases the versatility of the brownie form. It's a foundational reminder that deliciousness isn't always about dark chocolate.
Absolutely. Next, we have the incredibly indulgent toffee brownies. These are deeply flavored with espresso powder, crowned with a luscious cream cheese frosting, and a generous amount of chopped almond roca.
Almond roca, wow.
This is a multi-layered experience. For the brownie, we have 6 ounces of unsweetened chocolate and 4 teaspoons of instant espresso powder. The topping features cream cheese frosting and 1 1/3 cups of chopped almond roca.
Okay, so this raises that important question again. How do layers of distinct flavors and textures combine to build a truly multi-dimensional sensory experience?
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
There is. The profound insight here is the intentional intensification of the chocolate in the brownie base with espresso powder, providing that deep, rich foundation. But the true indulgence comes from the topping. A creamy, tangy cream cheese frosting provides a luscious counterpoint, and then the generous garnish of chopped almond roca introduces buttery toffee, crunchy almonds, and even more chocolate.
Wow.
It's a symphony of rich, creamy, and crunchy elements. A masterclass in stacking decadent flavors and textures for an unforgettable brownie experience. Each component plays a vital role in the overall sensory delight.
That sounds absolutely incredible. For the ultimate chocolate lover's dream, we present triple chocolate fudge brownies.
The Holy Grail.
This isn't just a brownie, it's a declaration of love for all things cocoa, featuring 3 types of chocolate for maximum richness and depth. 3 ounces of bittersweet, 1 ounce of unsweetened, and half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate flakes or chips.
The triple chocolate fudge brownies are indeed a meticulous celebration of chocolate in its various forms, precisely combined to achieve ultimate richness and a truly profound chocolate flavor. The profound insight here is how each type of chocolate plays a distinct, crucial role.
Okay, break it down.
Unsweetened chocolate provides intense cocoa depth and structure. Bittersweet chocolate adds complexity and a balanced sweetness. And the semi-sweet chocolate chips or flakes contribute classic sweetness, texture, and those pockets of melty goodness.
Ah, they all have a job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This careful balance and layering of different chocolates creates a multifaceted chocolate experience that is intensely satisfying. It offers a nuanced progression of cocoa notes rather than just a single, flat flavor. It's a true benchmark for any serious chocolate enthusiast.
I feel like I need one right now. Okay, section 14. Turtle, tuxedo, and vanilla varieties.
More classics reimagined.
This section showcases a delightful range of creative takes on brownies, from the intricate caramel pecan turtle to the elegant tuxedo and the comforting simplicity of vanilla and chocolate chips. Let's start with turtle brownies. This is a classic candy bar-inspired brownie, featuring a decadent caramel pecan layer and elegant pipe chocolate. The complexity here lies in distinct layers for the brownie, the caramel pecan mixture, and a final chocolate piping.
What's truly fascinating here is the intricate engineering of this brownie. With its distinct multi-component layers, it truly replicates the complexity and allure of a turtle candy.
It really does sound like construction.
It kind of is. The profound insight is the meticulous construction.
Right.
A rich chocolate brownie base layered with a homemade caramel pecan mixture. That caramel isn't just poured, it's a carefully cooked blend of corn syrup, sugar, water, and cream infused with vanilla and salt, then folded with pecans.
Proper caramel.
Proper caramel, creating a rich, chewy, and nutty middle layer. The final touch of piped melted semi-sweet chocolate adds both visual appeal and another layer of chocolatey goodness. This multi-layered approach ensures a harmonious blend of textures and flavors that is both intricate and incredibly satisfying. A true dessert showstopper.
Sounds amazing. For an elegant and sophisticated presentation, we have tuxedo brownies. These feature striking dark and white chocolate, with a serving suggestion of fresh strawberries to complete the picture. The recipe calls for 4 ounces of coarsely chopped, unsweetened chocolate for the base, and 5 ounces of Lindt white chocolate cut into half-inch chunks, plus fresh strawberries for serving.
Absolutely. The tuxedo brownies are explicitly designed for visual and gustatory elegance. The profound insight here is the deliberate contrast of the deep, dark, rich, unsweetened chocolate base with those distinct, striking, high-quality white chocolate chunks.
That black and white look.
Exactly. Lindt white chocolate melts beautifully and holds its shape, creating those clear tuxedo accents. But it's not just about aesthetics. The creamy sweetness of the white chocolate offers a delightful counterpoint to the intense dark cocoa. And serving these with fresh strawberries isn't just for color. The slight tartness and juicy freshness of the fruit beautifully complement the richness of both chocolates, providing a refreshing palate cleanser that truly elevates it to a sophisticated dessert experience. Perfect for a dinner party.
Very classy. Now, for comforting, universally loved classic, we turn to vanilla chocolate chip brownies. These are a quintessential blonde brownie, loaded with chocolate chips and infused with warming notes of vanilla. This recipe features a dual sugar profile with 1 1/4 cups of white sugar and 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar, plus a generous 12 ounces of chocolate flakes or chips.
What's truly fascinating here is how a recipe can be so comforting and familiar, relying on classic, well-understood flavor profiles to create a universally loved treat without needing complex or exotic additions.
Sometimes simple is best.
It really is. The profound insight lies in the dual sugar approach again. The white sugar contributes to a tender, slightly crisp edge, while the brown sugar adds moisture, chewiness, and those signature caramel-like molasses notes characteristic of a great blonde brownie.
The best of both sugars.
Exactly. Combined with a generous amount of vanilla extract and a plethora of chocolate chips, it creates a deeply satisfying and nostalgic flavor profile that speaks to the comfort of home baking. It's a foundational recipe that celebrates timeless appeal and the power of well-executed basics.
Can't beat a classic sometimes. Okay, our final section, section 15, veggies and white chocolate wonders.
Veggies, okay, ending with a twist.
This final section offers some truly unexpected twist, starting with a vegetable-infused brownie and then finishes strong with two elegant white chocolate variations, celebrating its unique flavor profile. Let's start with walnut coconut brownies. This is a unique brownie that ingeniously incorporates 5 ounces of strained baby food prunes and half a cup of grated soft meat coconut alongside walnuts.
Baby food prunes. Okay, that is unexpected. This recipe for walnut coconut brownies is indeed an excellent example of using less conventional ingredients to profoundly enhance both texture and flavor.
How do the prunes work?
The profound insight here is the inclusion of strained baby food prunes. Prunes act as a natural humectant, meaning they absorb and retain moisture incredibly well. This contributes significant, long-lasting moisture and a subtle, rich sweetness to the brownie without an overpowering prune flavor.
Ah, sneaky moisture.
Very sneaky. The grated soft meat coconut adds a delightful chewiness and a subtle tropical aroma, while the walnuts provide crunch. It's a brilliant masterclass in using unexpected ingredients to achieve a uniquely moist, tender, and complexly flavored result that truly deepens our deep dive.
Clever. Next, we have an elegant brownie featuring white chocolate and crunchy pecans. White chocolate and pecan brownies. These are finished with a delicate dusting of confectioner's sugar. The recipe specifically includes 3 ounces of chopped unsweetened chocolate for the base and 6 ounces of white chocolate chunks, along with 1 cup of coarsely chopped pecans.
What's truly fascinating here is how the unsweetened chocolate provides a subtle, grounding, and slightly bitter base for the sweeter white chocolate. This allows the distinctive, creamy flavor of white chocolate and the crunch of pecans to really shine.
So the dark chocolate is support.
Exactly. The profound insight is that deliberate flavor architecture. The unsweetened chocolate forms a complex, deep cocoa foundation, but it steps back to let the unique, milky sweetness of the white chocolate take center stage. The pecans add a buttery crunch and earthy notes, completing a sophisticated symphony of flavors and textures. The final dusting of confectioner's sugar adds an elegant visual touch and a delicate sweetness, enhancing the overall presentation and experience.
Sounds lovely. To continue our white chocolate journey, we have white chocolate macadamia brownies. This is a rich, nutty white chocolate brownie, beautifully complemented by semi-sweet chocolate flakes. This recipe features 6 ounces of fine-quality white chocolate and half a cup of toasted and coarsely chopped macadamia nuts, plus half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate flakes.
The white chocolate macadamia brownies perfectly capture a highly cherished flavor pairing, with thoughtful additions to enhance the experience. The profound insight here is the classic, yet deeply satisfying synergy between creamy white chocolate and rich, buttery macadamia nuts.
A match made in heaven.
Truly. Toasting the macadamia nuts intensifies their unique flavor, making them a more prominent partner. The inclusion of semi-sweet chocolate flakes is also strategic. They provide a subtle counterpoint of darker cocoa notes, preventing the brownie from becoming overly sweet and adding another layer of chocolate complexity. It's pure indulgence, expertly balanced to highlight its star ingredients, resulting in a delightfully rich and satisfying treat.
That sounds incredible. And to wrap up our incredible deep dive, we have zucchini brownies.
Zucchini, the secret ingredient.
Right. This is a surprisingly moist and flavorful brownie, ingeniously incorporating 2 cups of chopped zucchini. It also features a classic chocolate frosting.
So this raises that important question. The brilliance of using a vegetable to dramatically enhance a baked good without imparting any overt vegetable flavor.
Yeah, how does that work?
The profound insight here is that zucchini, when shredded or chopped finely and incorporated into the batter, adds incredible moisture and tenderness without making the brownie taste like vegetables. It effectively disappears into the brownie, contributing only its beneficial moistness and a wonderfully soft crumb.
Sneaky veggies again.
It's a clever technique for home bakers, allowing for a richer, more tender brownie. The classic chocolate frosting then adds a familiar sweetness and a smooth texture, perfectly complementing the secretly moist brownie beneath. It's a fantastic example of culinary sleight of hand for enhanced texture.
Amazing what you can hide in a brownie. Wow, what an incredible journey through the diverse and inventive world of brownie.
It really was quite something.
So what does this all mean for us as bakers? or maybe just as appreciative eaters, we've seen how a seemingly simple concept, a chocolate square, can be endlessly reinvented through clever techniques, surprising ingredients, and thoughtful flavor pairings.
Absolutely.
From the profound amplification of chocolate with espresso, to the bold fusion of fruitcake or candy bars, to the elegance of white chocolate, and even the ingenious use of vegetables for moisture. The sheer breadth of culinary possibility is just astounding. It truly shows how different ingredients and innovative approaches can transform a single treat into this myriad of delicious and insightful experiences.
Yeah, and this raises an important question for all of us, doesn't it? Consider how even the most familiar comfort foods, when you explore them deeply, can reveal layers of culinary science, cultural adaptation, and surprising innovation.
That's so true.
Our deep dive into brownies isn't just about recipes. It's really a testament to human creativity, adaptability, and the universal joy of transforming simple ingredients into something truly extraordinary.
Definitely.
So what other simple dishes might hold such a treasure trove of variations just waiting for you to discover and celebrate in your own kitchen?
Absolutely. It's a wonderful thought to chew on. Thank you so much for joining us on this truly delicious deep dive.
My pleasure.
We hope you feel inspired to experiment, to try some of these incredible variations, and perhaps even discover your own favorite new brownie creation. Until next time, happy baking.